Okay. Hi, Bina. Welcome. Yeah, we've just begun. Yeah. And feel free to be on camera, Bina. Yeah, what as per your convenience. What I was saying is that so meditation seems to be playing such a crucial part, and that's what caught my interest because since our work is predominantly with respect to career counseling, life skills training, etc. And what I'm seeing, the more I'm researching about it, the more I'm finding that this is such a great skill that can be learned, and the earlier you learn it, the better it is because then you can really practice it. And therefore, I started doing a lot of research on this subject, and I started collecting some content, reading about it, watching videos, watching more content, etc. I'm getting fascinated by it, and then I think about a couple of years back, I started recommending meditation to some of the students because depending upon their psychometric scores and traits, etc. Started seeing that since we do very specific analysis of their creativity and visual creativity and visual thinking and imagination and so many others, because we link the traits with the careers that we recommend. So I started seeing that when students started doing this meditation, they started doing well in that particular area. That was my observation with some of the students. And then, so now I thought, let me actually try and promote it a little bit more. And that's why we are doing this four parts. So for first session we completed on Monday. Today is the second session. Then next week we'll do two more sessions, one on the Monday and one on the next Wednesday. So that in these four parts, basically we are going to do two things. One is we're going to explain the technique once again, so that even if someone were to attend just one of the session, will still learn the technique. But in the other part of the 45 minutes that we have scheduled, I'm going to talk about some science of meditation or some benefit or something which is going to be value addition specifically for students and obviously for parents also. So that's the idea. So today, so therefore, I wanted to just clarify to everyone who's here as well as those who are going to watch the recording that this session is predominantly about students and everyone else getting successful in their professions, in their academics, in their careers. And one of the best skills and best methods that you can use for your success pursuits is through this particular technique called Anapanasati meditation. Now I'm going to just put up a small presentation, but uh, if you can let me share my screen. One. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to also share the sound. Sorry. One, let me show the present. Yeah. So today is the part two. And see, one of the, I mean, this sounds like a cliched statement, but the road to success is often about overcoming challenges in the journey. So if you look at people who have achieved major success in their professions, in their careers, etc., you will always see that no, I mean, whether it is Elon Musk, whether it is Bill Gates, whether it is the Tatas or Ambanis, or whether it is Virat Kohli or any of these successful figures, their life is always. I mean, everyone's life is about challenges are a part of everyone's lives, and when we overcome a challenge, that is where we are said to be successful, right? And therefore, having challenges in our journey is a very natural part of the whole process of our life journey and our career journey. So careers also are obviously going to have challenges, and when we overcome them, we are going to be getting successes. So I want to just ask this question and feel very free. This is not a lecture, it's an interactive session. So just feel free. What do you think are the, I mean, right now we have only one youngster here, Ishan. So you will have to take the lead. But what do you think are some of the challenges that youngsters face? Anyone or even the parents who are present right now can talk about it. So what do you think are some of the challenges faced by youngsters? And while we may think that there are just three, four of us, but because there's going to be a recording and others are going to see it, so whatever we interact and discuss, etc., is going to generate value to others. So just feel free to interact. So Ishan, just feel free. What do you think?
Uh, I I think for youngsters, one of the main challenges is peer pressure and judgment by others.
You're right, absolutely right. Peer pressure is absolutely right. Judgment by others, that's also very
And that
correct.
comparison to other people their age or their field.
Correct. You are right. Comparison with others of their age in their field. Yeah, okay. You're right. I'm being judged. Absolutely right.
Distractions also.
Distractions, yeah, absolutely right, ma'am. Kavita, ma'am, that's right. Distractions, there's so many distractions today. In fact, there is a research that talks about how less the concentration span has become right now because of the distractions. So there are a whole lot of challenges that youngsters face. What I have, since I also teach one of my hobbies is teaching, so I also teach in a college, and I've seen that, and obviously interact with students here in our career counseling center. So what I've seen is that there are numerous challenges. See, there are challenges with respect to expectation of parents. So sometimes, parents may not say, sometimes parents may actually not say that they are expecting anything great from their children, but children know that parents want them to do well, and therefore, even if the parents don't say, children face that implicit challenge of expectations of my, even if my parents are very understanding, still I want to prove to them. So explicit challenges, or explicit, some parents to directly say that, okay, I see you as someone who's very intelligent, and therefore तुम्हारे लिए ये ठीक है, or you need to be in the IITs, or you need to be here. So sometimes the challenge, the pressure, the expectations are more direct, sometimes indirect. Then peer pressure is absolutely right. And social media is a big distraction, very big distraction. You don't know what is right and what is wrong. You don't know, because today you have a voice from both the sides. So someone may say that, I mean, today I was talking to a few youngsters. They were telling me that we have heard that engineering is going to be completely out of fashion. I said, why do you think so? He said, we were reading about it, that the demand for engineering is going to go down completely, and there will not be any job for engineers. Now, I think that's a completely wrong statement. I mean, that's what I believe, because how will engineering go out of fashion till the time so we live in the world? Things will have to get produced, they will have to get manufactured, etc. But someone in the ninth grade or eighth grade or 10th grade may actually believe these things and get influenced in a very wrong way. So, the other day there was someone, this girl was asking me, she said that, I want to come for career counseling, but will you tell me which careers AI is not going to be impacted by? Because I've heard that AI is going to eat into a lot of careers. So I just want to have a career in which AI is not going to take away the job. So I said, there's no area like that. AI is going to be everywhere. So what I'm saying is, so there's a challenge of misinformation. There is a challenge of incomplete information. So the challenges are at multiple levels, etc. So I'm not getting much into that. But what I want to say is, one of the things that happens is, okay, I'm going to bring a concept right now. There is something called as head-brain coherence. So do you know what is coherence? Would anyone like to make a guess and see on what is coherence? So coherence, have you heard this word? In physics, you have this concept called coherence. So coherent. If you look at the dictionary meaning, coherence is about alignment, and because there is such a lot of not exo, there's such a lot of excess of information that is available from everywhere. Many times, our heart and brain are not in alignment. So heart says something else. So heart may say that, okay, I want to become a designer, and the brain says, oh, I should become an engineer. Or the heart may say that I want to become a psychologist. I mean, just yesterday I was talking to someone. She was saying that I want to do something to help people, but she is already preparing for the NEET examination. So the brain is saying NEET examination. So now, if your heart and brain are not in alignment, it creates a lot of pressure. Now, I'm just bringing this concept because uh, one of the challenges faced by youngsters is pressure, and that pressure comes from various different reasons. And one at the internal level, it is because of the one of the reasons is misalignment of heart and brain. And I'm going to actually introduce a technique to decrease that today as a part of the meditation called heart elevation. So I'm going to cover that today. So, in fact, for those of you who are interested to know more about heart-brain coherence, there is an institution in California called the Heart Math Institute, and they are doing a lot of research on heart-brain coherence, etc. And there is a URL, and if time permits, I will just run a small video from this link. But if let's just see. So, I think what I can do is we still got about 25 minutes, so I'll just quickly play this video uh, maybe for a couple of minutes. Let me know if you all can see this.
The heart math tools and techniques really help you access the intelligence of the heart so we can make better
We can
choices.
see it.
Can you see the video and hear it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
In the moment and really navigate these stressful times. What we hear from people across the world, across all professions, is that stress, anxiety, and overwhelm are really out of hand. And a lot of this is due to so much change that's happening. And the way our brains work, we don't like change. Humans do not like change, especially unexpected change or change that we're not in control of. And as it turns out, one of the most effective ways to really reduce stress and anxiety and even feelings of overwhelm is to learn how to access the intelligence of the heart and shift the rhythms of the heart, which sends a different neural message to the brain. So one aspect of our research is really focused on developing simple, practical, user-friendly tools and techniques that allow people to really manage their stress. So a lot of people, probably even today if you think about it, have had a situation where you were being told to do something or you wanted something, but there was a deeper sense or a deeper feeling that it's probably not the best choice. So that's what I mean by that lack of alignment. And that can really be a huge source of stress for people until they learn how to really get the alignment between the heart and brain, which is where coherence comes in. That's when the heart, mind, and emotions are aligned and working together harmoniously. Our basic research done here at the HeartMath Research Center focused more on the physiology of how the heart and brain communicate. Interestingly, a lot of people are surprised to learn that the heart sends more information through the nervous system to the brain than the other way around. And that sounds like some new discovery, but it's not. This has actually been known since the late 1800s. It's basic physiology. But this is important because the quality of these signals sent from the heart to the brain have profound effects on brain function, our mental clarity, even our emotional experience. So the brain is largely interpreting the signals from the heart to create how we feel. So this is why we focus on the heart so much, because if you can shift the rhythms of the heart, you can quickly improve brain function, reduce feelings of anxiety, stress, overwhelm, and so on. But it takes a different doorway, the heart. So the heart math tools and techniques are really designed to shift the rhythms of the heart, which changes the ascending information from the heart to the brain, which is absolutely necessary in order to establish a new baseline. And without establishing a new baseline, we really can't, it's impossible to have sustained change or improvements in our health and our emotional experience. So when we get our systems coherent and have the alignment between heart and brain, that's really when we access that deeper intuition that we have within, inner guidance. So we have a new sense of clarity in a lot of decisions that can seem complex otherwise.
All right. So, okay. So, yeah, I mean, if you are interested, you can obviously research more about it because I've shown you the path and everything. But what basically they are saying is that if the heart and the brain are aligned, then the stress levels come down, and that definitely helps. And therefore, what we're going to do today is I'm going to introduce a technique called the heart elevation. Heart elevation is a technique that actually brings about the alignment of the heart and the brain in for some period of time. So in today's meditation practice, what we are going to do is, see, last time what we did is I just introduced the technique called Anapanasati meditation. Now today we are first going to, now I think today we will in all spend about 15 to 16 minutes on the entire practice. Out of this 15 to 16 minutes, we will spend the first maybe 2 3 minutes or so on heart elevation, and then we will do the Anapanasati meditation. But you don't worry, you just have to follow my guidance. So I will be putting the music and I will give my guidance, etc. So whatever guidance is there, you just go as per that. But I'm just explaining to you that what I'm going to do is first do the heart elevation and then Anapanasati, because I've seen that after doing heart elevation, when you do the meditation, it becomes more effective. That's my personal observation, as well as that's what and all these things, I have actually learned from these people. So Chandra sir from Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, then Spiritual Tablets, Shreyans Daga Foundation, Pyramid Spiritual, PSSM stands for Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement, etc. So I've been following them for a few years now and trying to learn a lot from all of them. They're all phenomenal people and they do most of the programs free of cost. So I've been trying to learn from them. So I just thought, let me thank them for whatever I have learned, and I'm trying to utilize it for the benefit of our students now. So let me go back to yeah, let me go back. So let's get on with today's meditation practice. Now, first is the posture. So I'm going to explain again how you're what you have to do. You have to sit either on a chair or you sit on a floor, whatever is convenient to you. But you need to sit, that's very important. Okay, now if you are sitting on the floor, you can sit on the floor with a lotus petal, etc. Or you can just sit in any position which we call as sukhasana. Sukhasana means something that you are comfortable with. So there are different techniques of meditation and you may be exposed to different techniques, etc., etc. But I am aware of only one technique, and this is the one, and therefore I'm talking only about this one. So maybe some of the techniques are different from what this is, but basically in this technique, see, normally some techniques say that your spinal cord has to be erect, etc. In this particular technique, what I have learned is that you can try and sit straight, but then you don't have to sweat over it. Try and be comfortable. So if you are able to manage your spinal cord to be erect, that's great. If you want, you can take a back support, but whatever, I mean, be comfortable. So being comfortable is the primary requirement. So that's your position. Then you need to put your, okay, now I'm going to show you what to do with, we form a loop in this meditation, because meditation, when you do a meditation, a lot of energy gets generated, and it is important to conserve that energy and utilize it for our various academic, mental, as well as physical functions. So you take your hands, palms, and you put fingers into fingers, and then you put them on your lap. Put them on your lap, down like that. On your lap, Ishan. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you on a chair or wherever you are sitting, your hands will be on the lap. Now, what you have to do is you cross your feet at your ankles. So see to it that you are in a comfortable clothes. I mean, now of course it's too late. I should have announced it before. But just cross your feet at the ankles. So at the ankles, once your feet are crossed, then your loop is complete. And now you need to, okay, you need to remove your specs. If you're wearing your glasses, please remove your glasses. And if you are wearing any kind of heavy ornaments or wrist watches, etc., it's good to remove all of that so that you are very comfortable and very comfort is very important. And close your eyes. Now you close your eyes. Okay, see to it that you are not disturbed for the next 10 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes. And unless I tell you, do not open your eyes, because maximum loss and leakage of energy happens through the eyes. And therefore, till the time we are in this practice, please ensure that your eyes are closed. Okay, I'm going to just start the music also. Music is not necessary, but especially for new learners, music helps in getting into the meditative state a little faster. And some of the music tracks are really nice. So I'm going to play a track of music and I'll give a guidance. Now the actual technique. So now all of you all are into your postures now. Now the actual technique of Anapanasati meditation is extremely simple. All that you have to do is you have to take a point on your nose. It can be at the tip of your nostrils, like the doors of your, I mean, at the doors of your nostrils. So imagine that your nose has got doors at the nostril, so it could be a point there, or if you want to take a point which is like at the third eye, so the intersection between the starting point of your nostril and your forehead, between the two eyebrows, that's the other point. So between the 2 points, I think for new learners, it's easier to concentrate on the door of the nostril. So just concentrate at that point, and you have to observe the air coming inside during inhalation and the air going outside during exhalation. That is the only thing you have to do. The goal of meditation is to empty your mind. Now, emptying your mind means ensure you're trying to decrease your thoughts so that eventually you are in a thoughtless state. Thoughtlessness is not going to happen for new learners immediately, because it takes time and practice for us to go to that stage. But even if we are able to decrease the frequency of thoughts, that's a good idea. That's a good achievement. So, see, in a typical day, for if we are living in a city in a little bit of a stressful life, then we get about 50,000 thoughts in a day, and most of these thoughts are repetitive and negative thoughts. So, meditation will ensure that your number of thoughts will come down, at least to the extent of the next 10 to 15 minutes that we are doing the practice. So that is all that you have to do. You just have to observe that point on the nose while the air is coming in, that is inhalation, air going out, exhalation. That's all. And if you realize suddenly in between that you are already into some thoughts, you are thinking about your studies, you are thinking about homework, examination, or you're thinking about parents, you're thinking about what is your child doing, etc. Then just remember to focus on the point on your nose once again. So bring your bring your focus back onto the point on the nose. You have to just observe your breathing. That's all. Okay. I'm just starting the music now. Continue to keep your eyes closed. Let us do a technique called heart elevation today. Think of any incident of your life, either in the past or current one, or you can also imagine an incident in your future which you are feeling on top of the world, extremely happy. So you could think of the time that you spent with, let's say, small children, when you're playing with a child, or when you see some babies and you play with babies, or when you cuddle a baby, or maybe some incident in your school where you got an award, where you get appreciated, or the day when you got married, or any day or any incident, any moment where you felt on top of the world. So think of that moment where you felt extremely happy, extremely satisfied, extremely fulfilled. Relive the moments of happiness. Relive those moments of satisfaction. Relive those moments of accomplishment. Continue to keep your eyes closed. And now we are going to practice breath mindfulness meditation. So I will once again switch on the music. But now you will focus on a point on your nose and just observe your breath coming inside and going outside. The goal of meditation is to empty your mind. The first step towards emptying the mind is to decrease the frequency of your thoughts. Do not resist if the thoughts come. The moment you realize you have a thought, come back to the point on your nose. Human beings have infinite potential, and meditation is a technique that can be used to tap this potential. It is believed that even Albert Einstein believed in the concept of consciousness and meditation. Some of the most successful athletes, businessmen, businesswomen, philosophers, artists, actors are regular practitioners of meditation. Meditation helps us to tap into our intelligence of the cosmos. You all are doing a very good job. You're sitting in the closed eye state for now almost 12 minutes, 12 to 13 minutes. Continue to keep your eyes closed. Please do not open your eyes till I tell you to do so. And now you can think of any individual in your life or any situation in your life for which you are genuinely grateful. You can think of your parents, your family members, your friends, your teachers, your colleagues, your children, anyone. And be genuinely, or you can think about government, you can think about your neighbors. Everyone plays a role in giving us the life that we are living. An act of gratitude after a meditation increases the brain power. exponentially. All right, and now you can open your fingers and put your palms on your eyes. Place your palms on your eyes, and on a count of five, very slowly, five, four, three, two, one. Now you can slowly open your eyes. Okay. Yeah. Anyone wants to say anything? We will. We started. We started at five, but then we actually started the session about 7 minutes past five. So we still can go on for about 5 more minutes.
Heart
So
elevation was too good.
sorry.
Heart elevation was too good. Means it takes you to a different dimension. Then you start your meditation. It takes you to a different level altogether.
You found that? No, even I also believe that. That's
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
I
Otherwise,
thought.
you are in the same state of mind. When you switch your state of mind from one to little higher or maybe happy moment, whichever whatever you said, it takes you to a different dimension, and from there you start. Means your level of this thing is focus is more.
Right, right. Great. Wonderful. And good you
and
feel
and
that
ended
experience.
with gratitude, and that adds much more value. Otherwise you are the person or situation you said to give the gratitude. Otherwise we would take every person or every situation taking for granted. At least during a day, at least we get one chance to give a gratitude. I think in case if we continue every day we give gratitude to one person, I think our life will change drastically.
Absolutely right. Yeah. And it gives a lot of inner sense of satisfaction when you do that. Yeah.
Correct, correct.
Thanks, Kavita ma'am, for sharing. Yeah. Ishan, you want to say anything? Was this the first time you did a meditation?
Not the first time I did other tutorials on YouTube, but this one was very relaxing and the music in the background helped to focus too.
Okay. So did you
Yeah, music
are
was
you
good. I should add to that. Music was too good for catching up those breaths.
okay? Okay, great.
Yes, yeah. The
I'll
music was
make a
very nice.
note of that. So Ishan, you are you feeling good right now?
Yeah, I'm feeling much more relaxed and energized now
You're feeling much
and
more
calm.
relaxed and calm. So what happens is when you are much more relaxed. So I'm going to cover science of meditation in the next two sessions, but then it's a very deep science. So in two sessions, so I'll cover very just the tip of the iceberg. But there is a huge science to the whole process of meditation, though it sounds very simple.
I
Wha-
know, I know.
Yeah, whatever possible, I'll cover next time. But I'm just telling you that next time in the sense next two sessions. But I'm just saying that when you are in this state and when you start studying now, you will see a difference. So I would say that after you complete the meditation session, I don't know what's your schedule for the day, but something which is tough or something which is challenging in terms of your academics, if you pick that up, just see how's your response to it. You see how you take to it.
Okay,
You can also, so of course, just one session. So one session, it's not, when you do it over a period of time, you start getting huge benefits. But even one session like this, and then you will see a difference in the way you are studying and the grasping, etc. So I'm going to talk about that more in the next session in terms of how meditation will actually help in our grasping capabilities and our imagination, etc. So I'll cover all of that next time.
okay,
Sure. Good, but good. I'm happy you attended the session today, and please attend the session next time also. It's on Monday at 8 p.m. and
okay.
and watch the first session also.
Mhm.
Yeah. Beena, you want to add anything?
Thank you, Ashish, for this session.
Okay.
In fact, I just joined, I just entered home from office and I immediately got onto your session. So I was not on my video, but I was able to do the entire meditation. It was very relaxing experience.
Okay. So I hope your family
Thank-
members at home are going to see a better version of you today today than what they normally see.
I have been meditating for quite some time, but due to certain busy schedule, you miss out on doing it on few days. So
Right.
I'm glad your session helped me get back to it again.
Wonderful.
And
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
it's very interesting. Yes.
Thank
Thank you so much.
thank you very much. All right, great. So, if there are any questions, any queries, etc., you can ask. Otherwise, we can complete the session because I also don't want to keep these sessions very long. But I can tell you one thing that spending 40-45 minutes. So today I'm also doing some amount of talking also, but because I want to, especially youngsters have a lot of questions, on why does this work and etc. So I want to really reach out to the youngsters by explaining the science, and I've not even started the science of meditation in the first two sessions. I'm still doing it at the background. But I can tell you that whatever time you invest in these sessions, you will get much higher return on investment of your time. That much is for sure once you do it regularly. So I
Yeah.
would just invite your friends or your family members, whoever you think, try and be a part of this. Because see, when you go to YouTube, you can obviously do it, but here a structure definitely helps. And it is said that when you are in a live structure with interaction, etc., you get more benefits than by doing it alone yourself. So I would, so the next session is going to be on Monday at 8 p.m. I would encourage you all to attend definitely that session, and if possible get more of your friends and family members onto this session. Yeah.
Ashish, one question,
Yeah.
a more question, a thought. Often meditation is associated with people who are a little older,
Yeah.
who are adults. So getting the children to get on with these exercises is a little challenging on occasions.
I know, I
Uh,
know.
because it may not be considered as a very cool thing to do. So I'm happy to see that there are some young participants as well.
Y-
I know that a lot of them who do it as well. Not that we don't have a batch of people who don't do it, but generally it's a little challenge to get them to do this as an activity because it requires them to calm down and get move out of their fast-paced schedule where they're constantly into something. So one thing I find that they want to be constantly occupied with something and not relax. So it's an important aspect, but I think it's a little challenge there to get them on to do make this as a part of their regular schedule.
You're
So I
right.
think.
Yeah, absolutely right, Bina. Yeah, that is true. And therefore, I want to really reach out to them by explaining the science behind it, which
Mhm.
I'm going to do in the third and the fourth session. The actual concrete science, the physics, the science behind meditation, the biology, the science, the neuroscience behind it. So once they understand that, probably they will get more convinced. So but you are absolutely right. Yeah.
Mhm. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, in fact, last session which was at 8 o'clock. I think that looks like a better time in terms of convenience because there were more people and there were more youngsters. In last session, we had more youngsters and even more adults also. But because in the poll we had a good number of people who gave 5 o'clock, we thought we will experiment. But I think 8 o'clock definitely seems a much better time than five. So yeah, absolutely. All right, great. Thank you very much. And it was wonderful to have you all and look forward to see you all again on Monday at 8 p.m. Yeah, thank you very much. In the meanwhile, if you can practice for the next 3-4 days, nothing like it. I mean, you can just switch on to the same video, and you have already listened to the content, but you can just switch on the track if you liked it, or you can pick up your own track, whatever works for you, and please try and practice it so that you continue the activity. And we meet again on Monday. Right? Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.